Hi, this is Michael Adams for CEORoaster, and I'm still at the Munich show, the Edelmetallmesse in Munich 2016, and I have a brand new company that at least I have never introduced to my audience, and it's Transatlantic Mining, and I have Rob Tindall. He's the CEO, and he will tell us what the company is all about. First of all, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. And yeah, maybe give us kind of your background first and then like the big picture of the company.
Yeah, sure. So look, I'm an investment banker by background and been focused on the resource industry for probably 20 years in Australia.
Okay.
Came out of the big banking sort of scene over there and funded a lot of different projects. And one of the things that I started to see was that management was critical to all the things that are successful, and had an opportunity when Bernie Sostak left Northern Star to start to put together what is really a world-class sort of mining team. Bernie and I started to have a look at a few things, and Transatlantic was one of the things that stuck out because of the asset that was in Idaho. But what we recognised is that near-term cash flow wasn't going to come out of that project, so we went and found another project in Montana, which is now the US grant project, that we could see near-term cash flow coming out of. And look, our focus is really about building a mining business that has really good, strong cash flow, because from there we think you can leverage into other assets and grow the business with other assets as well.
Right, and so actually it's two different types of commodities. The project in Montana is a gold project together with some silver, and the project in Idaho is a copper project but also teamed up with gold and silver, right? So what's the stage of the two projects right now?
Okay, so the US grant project, which was the gold-silver project, we poured our first dory around about 2 weeks ago, and we've got around about 14 tonne of concentrate sitting there ready to go out for processing. So that mine has basically been recommissioned, the mill has been recommissioned and ramped up, and we're basically in a phase now where we're moving towards full mining. At two levels in two different places. We're starting to stockpile ore, so it's becoming a full production asset. And we're expecting cash flow positive mining in the next month, and then we expect the company to be cash flow positive in the first quarter of next year as a result of that mine.
That sounds really impressive, and to be honest, I didn't expect that because the stock is trading at whatever, 7 cents, or where's it trading?
Trading at 6.5 cents and a market cap of 10 million.
Yeah, so why is that? Give us some, I know you can't really talk about it, but what are some ideas why at these stages, what you just said, being cash flow, why the stock is trading at these low levels? Is there not enough eyeballs on the story, or what's the main problem?
Yeah, no one knows who we are. No one knows what we're doing. We haven't been out and told too many people about what we do. At the end of the day, we've spent all of our money in the ground to get cash flow positive, and we're just starting to get out and actually talk to investors and talk to the wider investment community to raise some awareness as to what we're actually doing.
Which, to be honest, is, to me, the best thing a company can do, A lot of companies, and you're familiar with that, a lot of companies have nothing, don't spend a cent in the ground, but do the huge promotion. And we all know the results of these type of business deals, So I like this approach, to build a solid foundation, have something which you then later on need to promote. And I'm totally with you. There is a right point in time when you need to get the word out, and that's probably you're participating here in the Munich show. That's probably one of the first steps. Will you also participate in the upcoming conferences in Canada, like the Cambridge House?
We'll do Cambridge, we'll do PDAC, we'll present at PDAC. We'll do a couple of the Australian shows and even the Asian shows. So we're starting to get out there. We're starting to actually tell the story. It's a good story. It's a proper mining story with cash flow and production. So, our focus has been to build the base, and from here we need to really leverage that.
Okay. No, I totally. It's the first time actually that I'm talking to Rob and that I got aware of the company, but I have to start my due diligence and dig way further into the material. And where can investors find more information?
So the website transatlantic.com is a good start. From there, there's presentations and things, and obviously there's a contact there where if they need to get hold of myself, we're more than happy to provide further technical information for those that really want to have a dig too deep into it. But the presentations themselves gives a good summary of the company, good summary of the assets, good summary of the strategy, and really that's what it's about. It's about having a good strategy and executing that strategy in a timely, efficient manner.
Wow, I'm kind of flashed almost. Last question from my end would be, what's your shareholder base look like? Is it more institutions, which I would assume, or is it more retail?
Yeah, interesting. We've really been funded to this point in time by high net worth private investors out of Australia in particular, who understand the team and what we're trying to achieve. Recently we've brought in some really good institutional investors, one in particular out of Germany and a fund out of Australia. So for a small sort of 10 million market cap, the types of investors that are starting to be attracted to the story are really world class, and that's what we're really sort of I guess resting on is our ability to execute, but giving investors some real upside from where we are today.
Okay, so again, I'm really flashed. Yeah, when I'm back in the office next week, I will start my own due diligence. Yeah, I have to admit I didn't do my homework before this video interview. But yeah, this is why it's so important to come to these type of shows, right? Because you always get something, some new information, learn something new, and discover interesting companies like Transatlantic Mining. So thank you very much for the insight.
Thanks, Michael. We appreciate you taking the time.
You're welcome.
Yeah.